I'm Adeline Atlas, and today we're diving into one of the most transformative topics in personal growth, the mind's choice, positive or negative. The truth is, your mind is always making a choice, whether you're aware of it or not. It can lean towards negativity, as it naturally does, or you can train it to focus on the positive. Today, we'll explore why this happens, how to shift that balance, and the steps you can take to break free from the negativity trap and live a more positive, empowered life. Let's begin. Why does the mind gravitate toward negativity? It's a fact. The mind is naturally wired to focus on the negative. Negative emotions, past mistakes, arguments, fears. These seem to pop into our minds far more often than uplifting, positive thoughts. But why? The negativity effect. This tendency, known as the negativity effect, is a survival mechanism deeply rooted in human evolution. In ancient times, focusing on threats kept us alive. The mind's ability to anticipate danger, remember past mistakes, and focus on problems helped our ancestors survive in a world filled with predators and uncertainty. But here's the catch. We no longer live in that kind of world. For most of us, the threats we face are emotional or mental, not life-threatening dangers. Yet our minds are still wired to scan for negativity. The problem with negative thinking. Negative thoughts grow when we give them attention. Think of it like watering a plant. If you nurture a negative thought, it flourishes. It builds momentum, creates more negative thoughts, and can spiral into anxiety, stress, or even depression. Here's the thing. You don't stop negative thoughts by fighting them silently in your head. Doing so only feeds them. It adds fuel to the fire. Instead, you need to interrupt the thought pattern, out loud if necessary. The next time a negative thought arises, say, "No," or "Stop, that's not true." This immediately disrupts the cycle and stops the thought from building further momentum. Negative thoughts, when left unchecked, trigger the release of cortisol, the stress hormone. This creates a physiological response in your body, leading to anxiety, restlessness, and discomfort. Managing your thoughts is not just a mental exercise, it's essential for your physical health too. Why aren't we wired for optimism? Let's be honest. Wouldn't it be great if our first thoughts were always positive? If our minds automatically envisioned success, happiness, and joy? Here's the simple answer. You are thinking negative thoughts more often than you are thinking positive ones. It's a numbers game. The brain is like a muscle. If you've been training it to think negatively for years, through worry, fear, or habitual patterns, it's no surprise that negativity dominates. But here's the good news. You can retrain your mind. Training your mind for positivity. Just as you would build a new habit, you can train your mind to focus on positive thoughts. Here's how. Balance the scale. Start by observing your thought patterns. How often are your thoughts negative versus positive? Your goal is to outweigh the negative thoughts with positive ones. Over time, your mind will naturally shift toward positivity because it's being trained to do so. Interrupt negative thoughts. When a negative thought arises, don't let it spiral. Catch it immediately and interrupt it. Take a deep breath. Say, "No, that's not true," or "What if everything goes perfectly instead?" Shift your focus to a positive outcome. Create a positive environment. Surround yourself with people, places, and situations that bring you joy. Remove yourself from environments, relationships, or roles that consistently trigger negative emotions. Ask yourself these questions. Take a moment to reflect. Am I happy? How happy am I on a scale of 1 to 10? Where am I happy? Where am I not? Who am I happy around? Who drains my energy? If I had 1 year left to live, would I be satisfied with how I'm living my life? These questions bring clarity. They highlight what's adding value to your life and what's detracting from it. Hacking your mind, a step-by-step exercise. Here's a simple but powerful exercise to shift your thought patterns. Step 1, acknowledge the negative thought. When a negative thought arises, don't suppress it. Acknowledge it and say, "Okay, this thought is here." Step 2, ground yourself. Take several deep breaths to bring yourself back to the present moment. Remember, most negative thoughts are based on hypothetical what-if scenarios. Step 3. Flip the script. Say to yourself, yes, that negative outcome could happen, but what if everything went exactly how I wanted it to? What would that look like? Visualize the positive outcome in vivid detail. Step 4. Talk it out logically. If the negative thought persists, break it down. Am I telling myself a false story? What evidence do I actually have? What are the real odds of this happening? Haven't I made it through every challenge before this? Step 5. Reframe the discomfort. Remind yourself, this challenge is happening for me, not to me. It's here to help me grow. Bless your stress. Here's a mindset shift that can change your life. Learn to bless your stress in the moment. When stress or discomfort arises, instead of resisting it, say, this is happening for my greater benefit. I might not understand it now, but I trust that this discomfort has a purpose. When you reframe stress as a stepping stone to growth, you strip it of its power to control you. The power of mind management. Think of your mind like your home. You wouldn't let clutter pile up endlessly. You'd clean it room by room. The same goes for your thoughts. Negative thinking is mental clutter, and managing it is essential for a healthy, happy life. To manage your mind, change the way you think, change the way you speak, change the way you express yourself. Your challenge: clean your mind, one room at a time. Here's your challenge. Start noticing your thoughts. Spend the next 24 hours observing your thoughts. How many are negative versus positive? Interrupt negative patterns. When a negative thought arises, use the tools we've discussed to stop it in its tracks. Practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every day. This simple habit trains your mind to focus on the positive. Remember, positivity isn't something you're born with. It's something you cultivate. By managing your mind, interrupting negative patterns, and training yourself to focus on the positive, you can completely transform your life. Nothing is happening to you. It's all happening for you. You're being set up for your greatest wins. Thank you for joining me today. If this resonated with you, grab your copy of Soul Game on Amazon, where we explore how to manage your mind and create a life you love. Share this episode, tag me at Soul Renovation, and let me know how you're shifting your mindset. Until next time, remember, managing your mind will save your body and your soul. Have a blessed day. Bye.